What's happening, everybody? BassMountain here, and it's time for another Cookup. I have no idea what I'm going to make today. Let's start with some keys today. I haven't done that in a little while. Let's see what we can do with some keys. Got the Lounge Lizard, little Wurlitzer, Lonely Whirly preset. That could be something. There's never anybody at the door, but they're always barking at the door. All right. Well, it's been about a day. I ran out of time when I started this the other day, so I guess I'm back here now to finish it. You can tell it's another day because I got a hat and a different shirt. Willow's still over here though, taking a snooze. That's pretty usual. You can usually spot her back there. She likes that part of the couch. So, let's dive back into this project. I haven't really done anything since I ran out of time. I froze some tracks because I had some latency issue with my mic and it was throwing me off when I was trying to talk. But I still don't know what I'm going to do with this. I ran out of time because it took me forever to figure out what I wanted to start with. And I finally got on a roll and then had to stop. So let's see if we can get back on that roll. Let's get some butter. Bang, not a sponsor yet. So I got these stops in here. This one right here. But I'm thinking I might move all this and make a B section of some kind. That way we don't have the same groove going the entire time, which wouldn't be awful. It's a pretty sick groove. I dig it. I like it. But I don't know. Let's see if we can make it a little bit saucier. I got this other one here. Let's see. I believe that we are fascinating. Spank a barrel. Spinning there. Oh, there's no guitar over that. Kind of cool. Didn't even notice. Bum, 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 bum. I can bring you over. What? Where's my little slidey doodad? Slidey doodad. Oh, it's frozen. That's why. Well, I can fix that pop later. Pop, 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 pop. I think I'm talking more because I had a bang. I don't know why people have this feeling that bang is like the stepchild of energy drinks. Like it's sugar free. There's not that much unhealthy stuff in there. And it gets you going, you know? And I like it when I get going. Getting going's nice. But gonna copy and paste all the doodads. And then like I said, I want to move all of this malarkey over here. So we got big old space. I don't know, man. I think this is kind of a banger. I dig it. It's funky. It's got some of those more natural drum sounds, little snare rolls and stuff, make it feel a little bit more human. Although I could go in and diversify it a little bit. It does sound a little loopy right now. Not loopy as in crazy though. Unless it does, I don't know. Bum-ba-dum. What do I put here? Could use something I already have. Or I could re-record something. Maybe something kind of lush to offset the funkiness of it. Let's just see what happens if I put this in reverse, reverse. Sometimes that's cool. Not that part. Don't like that. What about you? What do you like in reverse? Okay. All right. For these slower parts, I'm not sure what kind of drums I want. We can do a little bit of this. Gotta look around my microphone. I need better setup. Really, I just need a better monitor. So if anybody out there wants to send me a fancy new monitor, I've been repping this one since like 2012. It is not optimal. I can fix these two. Just gonna unfreeze everything. Hopefully the latency and popping stuff doesn't get too bad, but I'm not really hearing it right now, so that's good. So I learned that I can't remember who I learned it from, but I learned this trick a little while ago when it comes to automating levels on tracks and stuff. Of course, you can just hit your A key, pull up all your automation, and use the built-in track volume automation on a track. But then the problem is you can't adjust any of the levels afterward without it unautomating itself, and then you reapply automation and it goes back to where it was. So instead, grab the utility plugin, plop it there at the end of the chain, and another cool little tip: if you have all your automation pulled up and you don't want to have to go through scores of drop-down menus to figure out what you want, you literally just click on whatever plugin you want to automate in whatever part of the plugin you want to automate. So I want to automate the gain, my output here. See, just change over here. And now I can automate my tracks volume without screwing up the volume over here on the track. So I'm going to do just I better bring that out here. Ooh, maybe it'd be cool if I didn't though. So I'm going to bring that down and then hold Alt. You can adjust the curve. So I'm going to have this little curve come up here. See what that's like. See, that was kind of cool. Those the like delayed crystal effect from the crystallizer, sick plugin by Sound Toys. If you haven't messed around with it, it is awesome. This is the sound. So now I'm back. The beat is what hangs me up all the time. I don't know. Melodies, chords, all that kind of stuff flows through my head like nobody's business. And if the stars align, beats do too. But it's like whenever I want to come up with something, I can't think of exactly what I want, which makes it a little bit more interesting. Just plug and play, just experiment, see what happens here. Which is what I'm about to do now. If this ends up being a super tedious, drawn out process, I'll probably just cut to where the beat's made.
I believe that we are fascinating. I believe that we are fascinating.
See what this is like. Beats. Actually, man, undo is the greatest thing. Like since before sliced bread, I think, because they definitely had the undo function before sliced bread. That's a free history lesson for you. That's where I wanted to start going bloop 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 bloop. like so. Why are these keys so loud? Can I crossfade you though? I want to crossfade the other way. Yeah, there we go. Should I take all these down? I haven't decided if I even like the sound of it yet. Actually, instead of pitch shifting these, let's try some little altar boy. Add a sub octave. That way I can mix it in without having to make like a new channel and everything. But at the beginning of the chain, walk double, little drive. What do you sound like? Yeah, that'll do. Back to that trick I said, right? A is the shortcut for automation. As long as you don't have this little keyboard selected, the computer MIDI keyboard. I don't know why my little help info view is there. Let's get rid of that. This MIDI keyboard, if you have it selected, then your some of the shortcuts won't work. But as long as that's not being used, you can hit A, pull up your automation. I want to automate the on-off of Little Altar Boy, so I'm going to click it, and it changed to Little Altar Boy device on. And now I can set my automation points like so. So, I kind of like where this is going. This is a sample. I don't think I caught it on video last time when I added it, but the sample is from an Alan Watts lecture. I like using Alan Watts samples. First of all, because they sound old timey. Second of all, he's a cool dude with some really neat ideas. Like check out. I don't think you've heard this in its entirety yet in this video. So this is kind of the opening phrase from the speech he was giving.
I believe that if we are honest with ourselves, the most fascinating problem in the world
is who am I?
Which is pretty cool. You're seeing more of the mixing and arranging and kind of creation process in the track more so than you have in the past Cookup videos, just because I think this one is going to turn out to be like kind of a lo-fi background beat type of deal. A good friend of mine is a Twitch streamer, and he asked me if I could get some background tracks for him that won't get him a copyright strike. So I think this might be one of them, might turn into one of them. I am putting together a stockpile of just mostly lo-fi R&B style background music, probably stretch them out to be, like 6 to 10 minutes. That way you don't have to have like every 2 to 3 minutes the track changes and then it sounds weird because you have different styles going back and forth and stuff. But it will all be streamable on Twitch without getting you a copyright strike. He's kind of my guinea pig. I'm going to put the list together, work out any kinks in that. And then eventually I will have hopefully a Spotify playlist with all of it, and then maybe a website where it can also be streamable. I'll figure out those logistics. If you have an idea or if you want some of the tracks personally, DM me. Comment below in the video below. But this is just going to be a little lo-fi track, I think. I mean, I got some Alan Watts speech in there, so I think that's one of the requirements for a lo-fi track. So I ticked that box. Um, Before the end of the video, you're going to see me use the infamous RC20. I heard some people say it gets overused, overplayed, but man, it just works. It's so cool. Such a neat little plugin. For a long time, I was using Abbey Road's vinyl. Um, I still love it. I like it more as a mastering tool to add a little bit of warmth, but it is just a performance hog. Like, it takes up so much CPU bandwidth. If I'm just trying to add some vinyl effect and some wow or flutter. Um, Granted, it's probably leagues better in terms of emulation of a real vinyl, but I, at least personally, don't have the ear to listen to something. And I'm not trying to make it sound like it's exactly vinyl. I'm just trying to give it that lo-fi texture with a little bit of extra noise in there. And so RC20 is great for me. But you will see one of my favorite little tricks for an intro using the RC20. And I'll just do that right now before I get too deep in the song. I shouldn't call it a song, right? Because there's no lyrics. So in the tune. I don't know if that's true or correct. My high school band director, a good friend of mine, years and years ago, he said that the difference between a song and a tune is that a song has melodic lyrics in it, whereas a tune is instrumental or just doesn't have lyrics on it. And I've gone by that rule of thumb for my whole life. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. Let me know if I've been living my life wrong. I don't know if I'll change my ways because it helps me kind of keep track of what I'm thinking about in terms of song or tune, or a ditty. You know, some of those tune words are interchangeable. So for an intro, got the RC20 here, like I said I would. And I've got it already automated. Boop, boop. So as you can tell, I have automated on up until the break or the drop. There's not really a drop in the song, but up until there's like a solo speech section, and then the whole beat comes in, drops in. It's a drop. But my settings for it, I don't have the noise on. I might adjust that later. We'll see. I try not to overuse the vinyl sound too much, especially before I'm done creating the song. I don't want that to kind of disrupt what my ears are hearing in terms of like different frequencies and where I should fill up space with other instruments and whatnot. But so far, some of my favorite settings are this right here. I just start with a vinyl preset. I bring it all the way over to the wow side. I turn the rate of the wow infloater almost all the way down. Sometimes I'll turn it on stereo, but for this situation, I have my width all the way down. And then I have a really small frequency spectrum here that's actually going to cut through with a little tiny boost on the tone, just so some of the higher end stuff can peek through a little bit. Have the air distortion focusing on like the upper mid range a little bit. I don't know. I don't remember what I did for space. Sometimes I don't use this at all, the little reverb built in. It looks like I have it on, but turned all the way down. And then I leave the magnetic side almost always just directly on the default. But you can hear what this will do. I'll leave it open. But here at the intro, it's going to start off very narrow. with a little bit of distortion, a little bit of like wow going on. And then once the riser comes in and then it breaks, it'll all open up and be full stereo.
I believe that if we are honest with ourselves, the most fascinating problem in the world
is who am I?
Right? So everything was mono, super center. Kind of had a filter on, like a mid-band filter. Dual band? Oh man, I need to get my terminology on point because you guys are gonna you're gonna call me out on everything that I mispronounce or use the wrong terminology for. But anyway, have like the low and the high frequencies cut out, and then once it comes in, it opens up to full stereo, and it's like this opening effect that kind of helps the drop. I don't have stacks and stacks of risers. I have one little tiny riser in here, and I haven't automated any volume. That's another trick that I could kind of show you guys a little bit later, but it just really helps add this whole feel of opening up into the song. It makes your drops feel a little bit heavier. Like I don't have an 808. I don't have a crazy big kick drum going or anything, and my bass tone is honestly pretty modest in the terms of the low end. See how much I've cut out there just to get it a little bit crisper and clear, but the drop still feels heavier because the whole tune started out mono.
Is who am I?
So that's it for the intro section. Bang! What should I do there? I said I wasn't going to play anything. I'm going to have some mad latency if I try to play like a real instrument on this. A little bass doodad in here would be pretty cool though. Let's plug it in, see what kind of latency we get. If this were like a project I was doing for anything other than just personal pleasure, I could bounce it out, start a new project, record the bass line, and then import it. I'm sure anybody working in Ableton, Pro Tools, GarageBand, anything, they know that trick. It's a lifesaver if you decide to add some parts after you've already started mixing some stuff and your CPU is loaded. The weird thing about my latency right now, my CPU is sitting here at like 5 to 10%. It might be just like my recording, my video recording stuff that's going on too. I don't know, but I need to find a fix for it. All right, let's see what this latency is all about. Ooh. Oh goodness, that's not usable. Also, I don't know what's going on with this tone. Maybe if I switch my inputs to where it was when I originally recorded it. I also used a pick when I recorded this part too, so that's gonna be one of the big things. Yeah. Some more little altar boy. Trying to give a little bit more foundation to this B section before I try to add some bass on it. Small chorus. Aussie is so rough. Oh man. All right. Got an idea. I think that'll be good enough. All right. So the transient relocation center. I wish that's what they called this down here. Transient relocation center, TRC. So first things first, when you are trying to fix the transients, moving them all around, you want to be in Complex or Complex Pro. If you leave it in Beats, you're going to get some weird artifacts, which would sound cool in some scenarios, but not in this one. A little behind the beat. I kind of like that loose feeling, but I don't want it to be too loose. Foot loose. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. All right, everybody. Well, the dogs are crying, so I'm going to go hang out with them for a little bit and then finish mixing all of this, make it sound nice and pretty, and here's what it turned into.
I believe that if we are honest with ourselves, the most fascinating problem in the world
is who am I? I believe that we are fascinating.